can't talk. Hold on. There we go. I couldn't turn that off. Hi. Hello, cello. Good morning. 7-stroke Roland. Triple. But it's good to see you. That was weird. I had to restart it. That's so hard. That's weird. Going right into the doubles after the same accent. It's super weird. start the accent like, so if I'm hitting right, I want to do the next one with the left. But this is going right, right, right. It's so weird. And then left, left, left. It's weird, Joe. Joe, it's weird. I'm jittery today. I just had like a cup of coffee. I'm all shaky. Ugh. Slippity slop. Okay, we'll move on. That's sloppy. It might be a rough day today. I don't know. Oh, let's crack the fingers. Get the blood going. Did everyone have good sleep? I hope so. Oh, I woke up early. Finger. I don't know. It feels very like, I hold out my hands. They're pretty calm. I didn't have a stressful morning or anything either. You know? I don't know. We'll see what's happening. But I hope you're good, Finger. And Dark, hi. That's a lot of stroking. It looks like Snape from Harry Potter. I don't know why I have the chicken dance in my head. All right, 7-stroke roughs and open rolls played as 16th notes based on 8th note triplet. All right, this is what I want to get to. Oh, it's scary though. It's big scaries. So weird. All right. This is so weird. Dan on YouTube, what's up? Hi, dude. Gruesome. It's gotta be early. Oh man, I was up before 7. Oh yeah, my kids don't sleep in. No one sleeps in. They wake up at like 5 o'clock. There is no peace. No peace. What was that? Independence Day? That alien? No peace. That alien was kind of a jerk. Remember that guy? He's kind of a jerk. All right, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm really bad at feeling triplets and 16th notes, but that's why we're doing this. So it's a 7-stroke roll in a. Here, we'll go to this one. So it's triplet 2, right? But I got to double each one. Triplet 2, right? Now the next one starts no, on the second note of this of the triplet on 2. So 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3. Wait a second. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta 4 ta ta. And oh man, this is gonna be good. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1 ta ta 2 ta. Woo! This is how I do it. It's slow go, but we'll hopefully get it. Triplet, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, this is so hard. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta. So that's one measure, right? So you have triplet 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, keeping the hi-hat's gonna be tricky. Slow it down. No, triple. Oh, I'm snorting. That's it. No. I'm getting it. That feels good. go to the less. Oh, it's no good. I grab a cup of coffee, say to myself, is Dan shedding on the jazz? On the jazz. Yeah, we're trying. Good morning. Yeah, I want to drink coffee, but I'm getting this. So we're doing 7-stroke roughs and rolls as triplets. So like triplet 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's so weird. No, wait. No, wait a second. I'm doing it wrong. See, I thought I had it. I don't. I'm reading it wrong. It's so sloppy, but I like it. Number, oh my god, children. The next one is just the inverse of that. So let's say it's like a whole new thing, even though it's very similar, but it's like it's weird. I'm doing 7-stroke rolls in triplets. Help. I don't know what camera's on. We've had a great stream, man. Thank you. I know. It's morning. It's the morning. This is like my church. You know? You go to church to right? Do better, feel good or guilty. I don't know. I feel all those things. I feel good, but I'm like, oh my God, I suck. So then I'm like, I should have been practicing these. So you feel guilty, right? So we're working out of Joe Piccaro's book. It's really good. I'm on page 110, and it's hard. It's hard. Hey Ninja, hello. It's good to see you. Okay. Whew. Triplets. 7-stroke rolls. And roughs. We're doing roughs and rolls today. I wonder why that never caught on and rock and roll did. Only wish I had gospel chops. Real well. See, if I'm being honest, I don't like the gospel chops craziness. There's certain people that do it and it's really musical, and then there's people that do it just to do it, and I don't like that. Learning rudiments is good, but sometimes it's just like it's so out of context, right? And it just sounds so weird, some of the stuff. But when it's done right, like, man, John Blackwell was like one of the best. Aaron Spears does it really cleanly and nicely. Chris Coleman, I wouldn't call it gospel chops, but he's like my version of like what I feel like it should be, you know? Music versus math. Music is math. It's all math. Everything's math, really. Think about it. Everything's ones and zeros, X and Y's, a little Z thrown in there, right? I actually did my, what do you call it, your thesis, my senior year in college on how music relates to mathematics. That was fun. I don't even remember a lot of it. But basically my argument was, and people have done it now, and they were doing it before, but like you can visualize everything that's audible could be created visually, right? And you see that with DAWs and stuff, but you have time, right? That's your X. Your Y is pitch, right? And then your Z is dynamics. So from that, you can create a piece of music and then layer that on. It's really cool. And with all the harmonic frequencies and resonances and all that, it's pretty wild. Destined to 41 months. Hello. I guess it wasn't like it was like a thesis, but we had a final jury. That was more important, but I had to do a paper with it on a subject. And I was like, what am I going to write about? Like the hi-hat? The hi-hat is great, and it's super cool, and it's like 2 cymbals. So we had to come up with something kind of clever. I remember, I have it somewhere. Printed. I don't have it on this would have been on a floppy disk or something. There were no hard drives back then. Or external hard drives. Right, there probably were, but I couldn't afford one. All right. All right. Let's see if I can do it after taking a little talking break. These are tricky. Like that. All right. Last one. Triple letter. Da, 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 da. Ooh, what? Oh, I see. This is kind of cool. There's only two. exciting, that one. I guess it'd have to be swung, like. Faso. Shark, hello. My eighth note doubles up at high tempos sound unswung like crazy. Santa Clarita, let's go. How's McBean Parkway this morning? Hopefully okay. Hopefully you don't have to go down Bouquet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So people are like, what? What? Stick soda, hello. The symbol. Here, I'll have a coffee break. The symbol. Ooh, little lag there. Ooh, Sunday morning lag in the video department. Guys, wake up. It's a Foundry Reserve. How much does it weigh? 2,000. I'm gonna guess 2,600. I think. Yeah, 2,640. I knew it was that. I knew. 2,640 grams. Great symbol. Really pretty. Really pretty. Let me have some coffee. It's too early. Getting too old, guys. I'm getting too old. The dark splashes. Oh, the custom darks. I don't have any of those. Those are pretty edgy. So, are you into the edgy music? That's some edgy stuff. But they do sound very nice. They're very crispy and very clean, very like attacky and sharp. That's the word I'm looking for. They're very sharp. Right? Got that sound. Cheers. Coffee time. ASMR. That's what they are. They're not. Yeah. You know what I mean. They're great for cutting through like really heavy, loud music. They're really good. That's what I mean by edgy. Like, you know, like, Bass player, what's up? You're a metalhead. Yeah, right on, right on. Do I take song requests or just playing? Stinky Boy, hi. I used to do song requests, but not anymore. Not anymore. Long time ago. Long time ago. Right now, we just geek out about drums, talk about drums, practice drums. Sometimes I'll play songs, but I don't take song requests anymore. Just because, like, it sucks. Taking song requests is kind of the worst thing ever, you know? It's fun when you're playing a song that you want to play, but when you're playing a song you don't want to play, it's like going to work every day, that a job you don't like, you know? Yeah. Oh, Chris Coleman's. Oh man, that's such a cool ride. I've played on one of those. That's really a cool ride. Doesn't Luke Holland play with it now? I think I saw. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's a very good ride. I'm doing this thing where I started in last summer, like really working on jazz. So I'm trying not to. I've got different cymbals here, but I'm trying to like. Recently, I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with one cymbal, right, to work on feel and consistency and. But I'm very like anxious to try other sizes and other types just to see, you know. But while we're practicing, I want to practice on the same thing, just so I'm not like, you know, adding more variables into what I'm trying to learn. But this is a great just ride for the job. But Chris Coleman's is very nice. Who is it? I was looking at. Oh man, I can't think of it. The name of it. But Ralph Peterson's ride with Meinl. I forget what's. It's not. I want to say it's called maybe Sentient Ride or something like that. I can't think. I'd have to look. But if you type in Ralph Peterson Meinl, like his his videos that he's done with them right before he died, some of those are just amazing, and his symbols are on there. Or is it Symmetry? Symmetry Ride, maybe? Sentient Symmetry, something like that. It's really, really clean and like just, I don't know, sounds really nice on a mix, but we'll see. Right now, I just am thinking about getting gooder. But this is very nice. I try to complement cymbals to microphones and vice versa. So this is a very bright cymbal, like it's very shimmery and very like ting ting, right? Compared to, so with these ribbon overheads, the ribbons really tame a lot of that like craziness. So they just complement each other very nice. Symmetry, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Symmetry. I think he's got a Symmetry Ride and a Symmetry. That's a fun word to say now that I'm saying it out loud. I think he's got a Ride and like hi-hats, or a Ride and a crash or something like that. It's his signature models. And if you don't know who Ralph Peterson is, just Google him. He's insane. He's so good. Byzance Symmetry, yeah. It's a cool symbol. It's very neat. But I've got a couple Meinl things here. I've got the Transition Ride, the 21-inch. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Symmetry. It's kind of fun. But Shark, that's cool. Is Santa Clarita doing okay with all that rain and stuff? I hope so. Yeah, I lived there for a long time. It's a good place. That's me and Mrs. Drumstone's old stomping grounds. Go to BJ's, go to Cold Stones, go to Egg Plantation on Saturday or Sunday mornings. You know, it's super. Oh, I bet it's really pretty. It's always like gorgeous for like a week, right? And then the sun comes out and everything just burns up and dies, and you're like, oh my gosh. But yeah, still slaps. Oh man, that's my favorite burger on the planet. I used to go Simon. That's where like we had our rehearsal dinner there and everything. Simon's a sweetheart, and Sharon. But we had we used to go like super early because my father and mother-in-law used to go to like really early mass, right? Like I'm talking like 7 o'clock mass or something like that, and we would never go because that's like crazy early. But they'd say we're gonna go to Egg Plantation after. Yeah, OLPH. Yep. And that's where I got married. Yeah. And we would meet him over there because my father-in-law would like as soon as church let out, he'd just like floor it to Egg Plantation. And we would show up and be like, waking up. But everyone orders breakfast, right? As they should at a breakfast facility. And because it's so early, like, I'm like, I'll have the plantation burger. I didn't want it with avocados or tomatoes. That was my order. But no one's ordering burgers yet, right? So they made me fries. But instead of getting like a little fry thing, they just throw in a bunch because usually at lunch, a bunch of people are getting fries. But I was the only one getting them. So I used to get this massive plate of fries. And Simon would be like, I got you. Because like no one else was ordering them yet. So I would have like this huge burger, big plate of fries. It was amazing. Love that place. And Simon surprised me when we had our engagement party there and our rehearsal dinner. But he surprised us and he had prime rib for our rehearsal dinner. It was so much better than our wedding meal. It was so good. We had prime rib and then we had steaks at our wedding. We had ribeyes, but oh my God, Simon's was like so much better. It was so good. So I love that place. It's a great place. And my buddy Bo used to play guitar there on the mornings, right? You know how they have like classical guitar and stuff. Just like as you're chilling. So it's a great place. Whenever friends would come into town or whatever, like, where do you want to go eat? I'm like, oh, we're going here. But you got to get there early, right? But then we'd leave Egg Plantation and go home and go back to bed. But we were like, oh man, cool, we get breakfast. But for those listening, you should Google this place. They have 100, or they did, I don't know if they still do, but they had 101 different omelets. Their menu was 101 omelets. And they had like peanut butter and jelly omelets and like weird, really weird stuff. But people would order it. It was weird. I always got bacon, egg, and cheese. That was my omelet. Or a bacon and cheese. Can I have extra eggs on my omelet, please? I'm sure people ask about that, but all right. So this is fast. This is supposed to be quarter note at 2:08. As far as Meinl signature symbol goes, he only uses his own baby stack and bullet stack. Yeah, that's his only signature models, right? Is his stacks. I don't think he has a ride or anything. But I think I saw him using Chris Coleman's ride. You can add a Belgian waffle on the side too. Yeah. Oh, have you ever had their French toast for like $5? It's not bad. Their crunchy French toast. Have you ever had that? It's good. Their Eggs Benedict is amazing. I didn't just always get the burger, but yeah, I know that place. Holy no way. All right, that's our tempo. I was playing it way too fast. I think the only thing I've seen him use other than is on the Matt Garska signature. Huh. I swore I saw something. Let's go, Shark. Shark, it used to be, I don't know how long you've been in Santa Clarita, but Keyboard Galleria used to be the music store, but what's his name? Colin bought it, and now it's Impulse Music. I hope that place is doing good. Everything I see looks like they're doing good. Would always get the French toast. Yeah. It's good. I want to go there. I haven't been there since 2018, I think, was the last time. So I'm sure it's changed a lot. Kira, hello. I feel like that's even too fast. Let's see. Again, I don't think this coffee's working. Keen, I think it's broken. I don't think this coffee's got the goods in it. My inner Grayson. Yeah, no, I want to channel my inner Tony and Elvin. You know what I'm saying? Grayson's cool. He's a great drummer. Click, click. Is that my preferred metronome sound? No. In Pro Tools I have like that kind of thing. That's just on. This is Benny Greb's app. Shout out to Benny. Benny, it's a good dude. This is his app. It's a gap click, so you can tell it to like skip beats if you want. But I think you can change the sound of it. Sound clave default. Nope. No. That's probably more my. That's probably my sound. Kind of like the old Tama Rhythm Watch, right? But I like this too. No, this is like the Tama. Yeah. What drummers hear in their heads all the time. You like the wood block? Nice. It's weird, the doubles. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's try. There's a bunch of these. I made the wood block sound with my voice. Yeah, it's kind of a wood blocky sound. I don't know. Now you're making me second guess what click I like. I don't know what I have now. I do like that sound. I used to practice with the Tama Rhythm Watch. That was the thing. That's what I used in college. And then the stock click in Pro Tools just is awful. So I think I don't know. I changed it to a note. I look like Benny, a little bit like Benny. Benny's a handsome fella, so thank you. I know. I need a good beard. I got a wimpy beard. I have up in my head the song. Such a sad movie, but it's so cute. Hi there. All right. Some of these fills are like meh, but I'm working through them. We're gonna try all of them. Some I think are kind of lame, like that one. It's kind of lame. Hello. Just lame placement. Yeah, I like that. I don't know. That sounds kind of lame. It's lame today. 1, 2. I don't know. What's this? What do we got here? All right. So today is like 7-stroke roll goodness, right? Thank you. Erkai, hi. Thank you. It's been working on it, been messing around with it. We're now, I'm trying Vlog L or L Vlog, whatever. I like it. It's nice. It's nice. A little tamer. heavy. Yeah, that was really good, but can you kind of play like an idiot, you know? Yeah, thanks. Oh, that's better. All right, what's this one? What do we got? So that's playing it with the kick drum first. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. The next one is. I see what's going on. Love Dead Space. I looked at that remake last night. I almost got it, but it's like $60. I was like, I already bought it once and played it once, and it's just, you know, I don't know. I love Dead Space. When it first came out, that game was crazy good. Crazy revolutionary. The second one was okay, and the third one was absolute garbage. It was good, but it was like, ugh, it was rushed. I want to get Elden Ring. That's kind of the thing I'm looking at. It's funny. All these, I'm watching all these movies now. Anyone watch Black Adam? The ending, right? They play Power by Kanye West, right? And I was like, they're so regretting putting that song in there, right? At the time when they were editing it, they were probably like, oh yeah, such a great song. Put that in there. They're like, print it, ship it. It's amazing. And then they're like, oh my God, what is Kanye? Oh my God. Like that. Immediately when that song comes on, you're like, oh. And then, I'm trying to think. Like other movies that have it in there, and I'm like, oh man, there's a couple, right? I'm like, they gotta just be like, oh man. It sucks because the new Shazam is coming out and they're supposed to be rebooting. Oh yeah, me and my wife were just talking. We just watched the new trailer for the Shazam, whatever of the gods, or that movie looks awful. And the first Shazam was great. The special effects look terrible. It looks so fake and phony and just cheesy. Has anyone else seen it? Maybe it's just me, but I was like, oh my god, this looks terrible. So maybe it is a good thing that what's his name and the other guy are coming in to just revamp everything. Oh, Black Adder, maybe. No, Black Adam. I thought it was an okay movie. It's not amazing, but like I don't know. They need to nail down the rest of it first before they start bringing him in there. I think like he just didn't fit in that world. It's such a doesn't make any sense. It's like, all right, so if Black Adam shows up and is like completely destroying a country, you're telling me like Superman isn't gonna show up, or he shows up at the end, spoiler, but like you think he'd just come down and be like, yo, dude, but he's like, is he just watching at home at Metropolis like, huh, that sucks. Yeah, but someone will handle it. You know? Although that's the problem with all these standalone movies. Once you introduce like a Justice League or Avengers, it's like they all have to show up. They can't just like ignore, you know? Like, oh, that sucks. There's a terrible alien invasion or a guy's back from the dead. Like, someone else will deal with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. See, I thought the Zack Snyder stuff was good. I enjoyed it. Like, I think he's a good Batman, and I think Henry Cavill's a great Superman. Yes, some of it got a little weird. That's what I mean. I think the initial idea was kind of cool, you know? As a spoiler of seeing it. There's nothing to spoil in that movie. It's really... Because they introduced, like, they're like, Superman's at the end. And then they're like, yeah, he's not Superman anymore. So basically, all the DC movies coming out,
delicious,
they're so meaningless. Coolio, thank you. Hi. You know, it's like, what's the point of watching it? That's like Shazam. Was it Dead on Arrival? Like Flash is coming out. I think they're doing a Blue Beetle, which did anyone really ask for that? And I feel like there's something else coming out. Aquaman 2 or something. Like no one cares. I'm like, just release them to HBO Max and just come on. Give us the Batman 2 and whatever you're gonna do with that, and then the HBO series, and however you're gonna just get it. Just don't even waste people's time. Just put it on HBO. Yeah, there's like no point. If you knew that the Marvel universe was like being just ended, like you'd be like, oh, Ant-Man, it doesn't matter. Excuse me. Plus they filmed like The Flash like 4 years ago. They filmed Aquaman like 3 years ago or whatever. These movies have been like, they're so irrelevant, you know? Think of how much stuff, how quickly things change just in a year now with music and movies and visual effects and all that. So by the time they come out, you're like, this is kind of crappy. So I've seen a couple of those, the Honest trailers, yeah. Honest trailer, for the Batman. I like the Batman. I thought that was good. I'm excited to see where they take that, because I kind of want to watch Planet of the Apes again. All that whole series, because Matt Reeves, he's just so good. He's just amazing at telling a story. So we'll see. Yeah, but that's my takeaway from Black Adam. Was this a Kanye West song? Like, I was like, oh. The Rock was probably like, oh man, put that song in there. That's my jam. And the setting was so dark. Well, in the movie theater or on your TV? Because on my TV, I remember I watched Dune. I love that movie. It's really good. But my wife I like she likes the TV a little darker. I like it like blinding bright, right? Probably because my eyes are so bad. But if you have on our TV, if you have it on low power settings, it adjusts brightness like depending on like the lighting in the room, it'll sense stuff or whatever. So I was watching Dune, and there's a part like towards the end where they're at night in the desert, and I was like, I can't see anything. And there was this, oh man, what was the other one? There was a Game of Thrones episode, and I was like, and I'm like, I had to change it. I had to turn it off. The low energy or save energy. I was like, I can't see this thing. So I'm like, oh, there it is. So yeah, make sure your TV's on whatever. Don't save the energy. You know, I had a fake trailer for the third Matrix movie, just the black screen and the words, who cares? Conan's so good. His podcast is so good. Conan Needs a Friend. It's really good. Yeah, it's so bad, Keen, because sometimes it's like it starts and you're like, God. And then you can see it just, yeah. I don't know. I'm curious to see. I've heard rumblings of what Conan's doing next. I don't know. We'll see. But it's funny. I like the podcast. He's Letterman and Conan are my favorite late night people. I enjoy Jimmy Kimmel too. I think he's okay. Jimmy Fallon is like for grandmas. He's all like, I love the Roots. And I think Higgins is amazing. But Jimmy, like, I just can't, that energy, I'm too old for that, I miss Dave. I like the grumpy guys, being like, Big Slayer, did you see the jupe where Tracy Jordan gave Conan the jupe, the bottle of jupe cologne or whatever, and he tried it? It's cute. You should watch that. It's good. Yeah, him, Bill Burr's podcast is really good. It was totally worth it. Yeah. I have, I think I have an OLED. I don't know what I have. I think I do have an OLED. I don't know. So I bought a new TV for here. Here, I'll show you guys. Some of you may have not seen the room, but here, I'll move the TV. Or I'll move the camera so you can see. I bought this TV, like a year ago, I want to say? And I'm like, when you buy a TV, it's like, all right, do you want a blah, 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 or a flurber or a da-da-da? And I'm like, I just want a good TV. I don't know. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. All right, go fast. Sorry, you're going to shake for a minute. Oh, the cable might hit. The cable's going to hit. The cable hit. Okay, hold on. I'll see if I can show you. I don't know if I can go that far. That TV. That's you guys. I can physically move it. But that TV, I was like, I just want a TV. That's all I just want a normal TV. A good normal TV. But then you don't know if you're buying last year's model or 2 years ago or the current one or you're pre-ordering one. Because you're like, I don't want to get an old one, but I don't want to get like a new one. It's so confusing. And every store has different models. I don't know. It's annoying. It's stupid. Triumph. Oh, nice. Oh, and he was doing his tour thing. Conan's great. He's so good. Yeah, see, I don't even know, Keen. I don't even know. They're all the whatever letters. Much research. Yeah, it sucks. I'm like, just give me the new TV. That's good. I don't know. And you're like, oh, this TV's on sale. And then you look, you're like, oh god, it's like 4 years old. You know, they're just clearing the warehouse. You took a picture. Nice. Yeah, that was cool. I like Conan. He's a sweetie. All right, let's get to it, or we'll try. That song's in my head now. What's the next one? What? Oh, I already did that, but okay. This is weird. All right, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. 1 and 2 and 4 and 1. Ooh, what? What? Hey, there's a bar line missing. Okay, hold on. I don't know. There's a couple. It's fun finding mistakes in books. There's no bar line here. There needs to be a bar line. It's 4-4. All right, so it's weird. I smell potatoes. It sounds crazy, but why is that up there? That's not supposed to be up that high. What's going on? Are you good, camera? Hold on. Let me check something. Why was that way up there? That's weird. You're supposed to be down there. Let me check. Hold on. All right. That is good. All right. Are you... You should be up looking up my nose. Yeah, I smell potatoes. There's no one in my house, so that's maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm having like ghost potatoes. All right, are you good, camera? All right, you're good. Why were you like looking up my nose? That's weird. I don't know. Keep an eye on it. Ghost potatoes, maybe. All right. Justin, I love that. Justin, that's so good. That Mr. Potato Head. That's so good. Perfect. I don't like this. I don't like that fill. Jazz. All right.
Here, look here.
Oh, look here. Oh my God. Sorry. We're working out of Joe Porcaro's drum set method book. It's great. We checked. It's on Amazon, $25. Just type in Joe Porcaro. But we're on page 111. It's a great book. It's got all the hards in it, all the hard things. But I hope you're well. Yeah. It was published in, oh man, I could just hear him talking. 1983, and then republished in 1988. I got it from him in the early 2000s when I went to his house. I had a couple lessons with him. He's a sweetie. He's got that Jersey accent. I just remember like the way he looked didn't match his voice to me. I just remember being like, it's pretty thick Jersey accent, but he's such a sweetheart, such a good guy. But the Jazz Journeys, it's rough, man, but good rough. Like I was telling my wife, like I'm playing and hearing things that I've never done before. I'm not saying they sound good, but we're getting there. You know, a lot of work. Right now I'm trying to incorporate different roles, and that's why this book is amazing. Like taking, you know, the 3, 4, 5s, and 7s, rough sand rolls, and like just incorporating them at different tempos and different subdivisions. So it's kind of neat. You want jazz? Yeah. Did you meet the rest of the? No, I didn't. I just knew Joe and his wife. They were very nice. Jeff had already passed. This was 2003, and his brother. Well, yeah, he's got a couple brothers, I think. I didn't meet any of them. No, just those two. Very nice, very classy people. Well, words of wisdom. Not really. I didn't take away any like profound knowledge, but he was very calm, which was really kind of neat. A lot of drum teachers, and I try to do that with my teaching. He's very patient, and he didn't like force anything on you as far as like this is how to do it. He was very like open to a lot of different stuff. Some teachers are very like just this is the way and this is you have to play like this and he obviously had a thing that he did, but he was trying to do this stuff with me in my youth years. I was like 19, 20, and I really wasn't into it. And because I was recommended from another teacher, Fred Dinkins. He's like, you got to go study with Joe for a little bit. And I was like, okay. So I didn't even know who he was. You know, that's how dumb I was. And he was a sweetheart. He was very nice. And I did, you know, get a lot out of lessons with him as far as touch, because I was playing very stiff. And he's like, you got to relax. He's like, go take a couple lessons with Joe. And I got his book and we were starting to work on it. And I was like, this is just not my thing. You know, at the time, I didn't know what I was doing. So I would look through this book periodically, and I would run into Joe. He taught at the LA Music Academy. I think he started teaching there after I graduated college. I didn't go to school there, but I had to go there a couple times. I subbed for a couple teachers there. So I would run into him, and he was just always really nice and calm and asked how things were. So yeah, he's just kind of like he was a good person to have in the drum community, you know, as an educator. He was just really good at it. Great player too. Mm-mm. Watching the new jazz cats like Mike Mitchell and they blow my mind. Yeah. There are some players out there right now, yeah, that just do you ever not so much the competence so dense. Do you I mean he's an insane jazz drummer. Dan Weiss is amazing. Um, Ari, of course. Steve Lyman. I don't know if you know any of those guys. But I've been really, I mean, he's passed, but Ralph Peterson, I've been watching him play. Every chance I can get, I'm even going back, finding stuff from the 80s and 90s. And the guy was just, the stuff he was playing, I don't know. You know, like every drummer's going to find someone that they like their licks and like how they comp or like what they do. And man, the guy, so good. Like if you can, look here, if you can go, just type Ralph Peterson Meinl videos, some of the later videos right before he died. They're just, there's one that's like 9 or 11 minutes long or something like that. It's just in like, normally I'll get bored after like 5 minutes of just the drummer rambling, you know, but it felt like 10 seconds went by, but I was like, oh my God, I was watching this for like 10 minutes. He's just, everything he was playing was so spontaneous, but like so well executed and it just musically perfect. Yeah, he's a beast. Man, he was so good. So I've been really watching a lot of his stuff. To force time on a drummer. Yeah. Jimmy Chamberlain. Yeah. Yeah, there's some really good players out there. I've been watching Jeff Hamilton too. A lot of Jeff for just like he sits down and he's just like he's very just relaxed and very loose. Who else am I digging? Or trying to watch, try to absorb stuff. Ralph, Jeff. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of the old guard guys right now, you know, because it's hard to go back and watch stuff like Elvin or what those guys did, because even listening to it, it's hard to hear really what they were playing. Like you can get a sense, but like low end isn't really there. So obviously watching that stuff is important, but finding the people who studied with those guys or got to see them firsthand at all the clubs, like right next to them, you know, that lineage. So there's a lot to watch and a lot to learn. And he said that trading licks with him. Oh, I could imagine. But he seemed like a player and a teacher that it was important for you to know history and like why you were playing certain things and who played it before that. And he seemed like a very nostalgic but in a good way kind of drummer, you know. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Look here. Yesterday we were just talking about that. So young. He passed away so young. It's so sad. He was I could just like imagine what Tony Williams would be doing if he was still around or would have done. You know, I would have loved to see. I imagine it would have been an arc like what's the word, like Miles Davis. I always thought of Tony and Miles obviously because they were a great pair, but like Tony's, the way he played changed over time, you know, like he was very traditional jazz and then got into some really bringing out some cool stuff. And like, just if that would have kept going, how he would have changed, I would have loved to know, you know? But anyway, thank God for YouTube, right? And the fact that we can watch these basic performances or these clinics or even videos like what Meinl puts out, like you're like that, like we take it for granted, but that level of production and audio production and all the time that goes into preparing that, and the drummers practicing it or just going in there, like, and then they're like, yeah, here you go, just watch it. Imagine if like we had that stuff on a DVD as kids, like that would have been insane, you know? The fact that you could just pull all this stuff up and watch it. We would spend like $4,000 on music DVDs to watch all these drummers back in the day. They were so expensive. All those Hudson Music things, or the Modern Drummer Festival DVDs, right? But now it's like, oh, I'll just pull up. Oh wait, yeah, Travis Barker, 1999 at Warped Tour in New Jersey. Boom, there it is. It's cool. Basically pro. Yeah. So we're very fortunate, especially like someone like me who's interested in researching this stuff. You know, obviously going to records is really important too, but man, watching these drummers, it's very cool. You know, very, very, very cool. Yeah, free trivia, right? Yeah, and plus you're getting like an access to like how it all works. You know, there's so many cool things because of streaming and all this. So, all right, we're barely getting through this stuff, but I'm having a good time. One more on this page, and we'll move on. But guys, happy Saturday. It's great to see you. If anyone has questions about what I'm doing or why or all the things, please let me know. But yeah, we're working on 7-stroke rolls and roughs today. I'm hoping we get into more. Yeah, we got some cool stuff. Austin, good morning. I got to pay attention to the clock too. I have to be gone. Okay, we're good. Around 12:15. My son has a basketball game. He's all about the sports. So, sports. And then I got to sit at the game with all the crazy parents. You know, they're like, get in there! Get the ball! Get the rebound! Pass it! Shoot! Oh! What? Come on! Hustle! And I just sit there like, oh my God. Oh, I'm judgy. I'm like, dude, get alive. Right? Like, just let the kids play the game. Let the coach yell or tell them what to do, but you got like, you know, like super bored dad up in the bleachers screaming at their kid. Would you transcribe that eventually? Look here. One of the reasons why I'm doing this now, I'm listening to a lot of jazz, even just around the house. Like we always have it playing. I hear things in there, but I don't know what they are yet. And working through this stuff is going to help me with transcribing. Like just doing this goes, oh yeah, it's a 7-stroke roll. You know, it's just, so working through this is leading up to, yeah, transcribing and playing, you know, I'll bust the real book out. We'll go through standards and stuff like that. So we're getting there. Yeah, eventually. Heard more groans. Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, Chad, what's up? Right? Oh, I don't know. I just, like, my son loves it, and I'm all about it if he's cool with it. But, man, I see, like, parents yelling at their kids after the game. They're like, why didn't you should have went up the middle, and you go to a block. And then the kid's just like, it's like, dude, come on, you know? So, I'm all about sports and if they're into it and trying their best and hardest, but you know, it's like these kids are like 10 and 11 years old and like screaming at them on the sidelines. It's like, dude, get alive, you know? like they're, NBA players, some of them. So yeah, we go have fun. And then sometimes we go out to eat afterwards. I'm like, yeah, it was a good game. You want to go to Perkins? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let's go. Oh, that's our after game talk. Okay, that was cool. Good job. You worked hard. You want some pie? All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. We got some ties in this one. Gotta eat well, that's right. Our Perkins is like kind of dead. I don't know, like no one goes out to eat anymore. It's interesting. A lot of the restaurants after COVID, they used to be like packed. Now there's like no one in there. It's weird. I don't know. Everyone's getting the Uber Eats, I guess. It's all delivery. Yeah. It's weird. Weird. I feel bad, because like the waiters and waitresses, they like get money off of tips and stuff. So, yeah. All right, this is a weird one. Got a weird one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so weird. Hard bop drumming, yeah, is really good. I have beyond bop drumming. That's hard. We're coming back to that one. But these two have been my go-to back and forths. I'm just trying to get a good sense of like comping, where to start fills, and what to play in a rudimental context. So yeah, getting my comping up was beyond bop drumming 100%. It's great for that. Applying fills and rolls and little things like rudiments to that. This book is amazing. That's the whole premise. Look here, check it out. Basically what this book is, it's taking 3-stroke roughs, 4-stroke, 5-stroke roughs, 5-stroke open rolls, 7-stroke open. That's where we're at now. Then 9-stroke. just these basic kind of rudiments and how to apply them to the kit. So then you have flam accents, half drags, single drags, reverse half drags, single double, paradiddle diddle, and then miscellaneous. Ooh. So it's a great book for just like, I'm doing one for the comping and just basic independence, and then the other one is for like, all right, here's some musical rudimental ideas to apply it. And now I'm just going trying to get them all together again so I can just hear some basic things, because I'm starting to hear more in jazz than I ever have, which is neat when I'm listening to it and trying to hear the difference between Max Roach and Tony and Elvin, all those guys. So yeah, we're getting there, but what I'm doing now reminds me of like when I was learning rock and punk and all that in the beginning, right? Like I remember listening to Blink-182 being like, I have no idea what Travis is playing. It's just like blah, 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 blah. And I would just mimic things until I think it was close or I got it. And that was in straight eighths, 16th note world. And then, most of everything I listened to was in that subdivision, so I could hear, okay, it starts on the and two or whatever. The thing with jazz, it's like so triplet heavy. It's all triplets pretty much. So it's like just getting more comfortable with triplets, and like, all right, if I start here or the second note of the triplet on 3, or like, how does that sound? What's the relation to that? What would the stickings be? I know if I play 1E and a 2E and a boom, right, I'm going to come out with my right hand. In jazz, it's like, right? It could be different. It's like we're just running through all these scenarios. That's why I'm taking a year and just really working on this, really focusing on it, trying to not master it, but get better at it and more aware of what I'm playing. Rather than just praying to God, it's what I think it is. Like I hope this is 7 notes and I end on my right hand. So we're getting there. It's slow go, but it's been really fun. Very helpful. So this next one is 7-stroke rough and open roll played as 8th note triplets. So, right, triplet, ba, 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 ba. We'll see. But cheers. I need to go for some Irish coffee this morning. It's a little cold in here still. All right, got to warm up. These are like weird setups. 1 and 2 and 8 and 4 and 1 and 2. Ooh. these are weird. He's got like this ride on the and a one is just throwing me off. Like it's not a consistent jazz ride pattern. So I'm like, oh, the beat is harder than the fill. So weird. I'm just gonna play it as a regular ride pattern. To not worry about this. Don't mind. Weird put rides. So many weird. I get what he's doing, like trying to get you to do different setups and stuff, but some of it's just like weird. Look here. Hold on. Wait. Dennis as a jazz drummer. Chambers? I mean, I don't know if I've ever really heard him play jazz, if that makes sense. He's clearly got the ability. I've heard him play with like jazz bands, but I don't know how much of that was like orchestrated beforehand. Yeah, I think he's freaking good. I think if he wanted to, I've seen him play like improvisational music that was just bonkers. Have you ever heard of his band Niacin with Billy Sheehan? Like I've seen them live a couple times. He's insane. He's definitely more of like a funky pocket guy, but yeah, he could easily, I think, he's such a chameleon, you know. Like swinging. I know what you mean. He's got a very straight swing, right? A very like precise. There's not much like woo in his playing, but he's pretty. I feel like if he had to turn that on, he couldn't heartbeat. If someone asked him to, he'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool, yeah." But I think when we hear Dennis play, he's a great example of like a drummer that brings themselves to the music rather than trying to change themselves to fit the music. Dennis is just so dialed in, like he can sound like himself in any genre, and you know it's Dennis, right? Vinny's another one of those guys that can do that. Where some drummers like myself, I'd be like, oh God, I got to play jazz. So I would be like trying to play jazz, you know, instead of like being myself playing jazz. And that's what I'm working on, right? Like, well, I don't want to sound like this, and I don't want to sound like I'm supposed to. I want to sound like me, right? And I think Dennis, all of the people that argue like, oh, you can't do that, they're probably thinking like he's supposed to sound like, you know, Max or Elvin, but it's like, man, he's sounding like, you know, he sounds like Dennis. That's how he hears it. So it's kind of neat. Sorry, hello, Ingum. Oh, did we ban someone? I didn't even see what they said. Aw, was it mean? Or were they like, play it, sir? Play some metal. Gad too, I noticed a lot of the time, he just, yeah, it's like, but that's the cool thing, is you know it's Steve Gadd, right? You're like, that's Steve Gadd. I was listening to Autumn Leaves with, I think it's Chet Baker, maybe? And I'm like, God, this sounds like Steve Gadd on drums. And I'm like, it can't be Steve Gadd. This is like super old. And then I did some research. I'm like, oh my God, it's Steve Gadd. You know? So it's neat. It's like, oh, you know, you can tell like Steve Gadd isn't a jazz drummer per se, but because there were parts where like on one of the second forms, it's like he's playing a backbeat. I'm like, man, that's Steve Gadd. That sounds like Chet Baker. I'll get one of them, right? And it was like during the first time he plays a backbeat on 2, and like the way he set that up, I'm like, that sounds like Gadd. And I was like, he couldn't be though. Like he wouldn't be playing on this. Like, sure enough, he is. But if anyone else was playing it, it would be super like. Right? He brought the funk during like that after that first turnaround. I was like, oh, it's got to be Gadd. Sounds like Gadd. And then the rest of this, like the beginning's kind of traditional, and then after that first, I think he only played one backbeat. Now I gotta listen. Hold on. Now I gotta hear it. Should be on my recently played. Da-dee-dun-dun-dun. So I feel like if Dennis was playing in a jazz scenario, it would be jazz. It'd be totally good, but it would be tight and it'd sound like Dennis. You know, the way he interprets it, which I think that's what's cool. You know, there's so many drummers out there trying to sound like what they think they're supposed to, and it's so clouds their musical judgments. You know. But it's good. Is that good? Good. Right? It's a... Okay, yeah. He's amazing. So yeah, I understand what people would say, like, oh, Dennis Chambers can't play jazz. But I think they're thinking like from the old school way of like, well, he's not playing it like, you know, and that's such a closed-minded way to think about it. So that's the beauty of what all those great drummers back in the day and why they were so different. Everyone hated Elvin Jones, like, to play with him back in the day, because he was so like, so rough and loud and like, some would say sloppy, you know, because he wasn't like he was just like just destroying the drums. And everyone was like, who's this guy? You know, just mashing his way through the stuff, mashing. It wasn't, you know, until people were like, oh God, no, this is him. This is special. This is different. And it was neat, you know? Thank God for Coltrane. Lord Biff, hello. Was he the Lars Ulrich of the day? Kinda, yeah. He wasn't, I should say hated, but people just thought he played real brash and it wasn't traditional sounding, you know, jazz drumming. It was like, whoa, in your face, powerful, you know. And he was doing just some wild stuff, just like Coltrane was, right? People thought Coltrane was playing just bonker stuff. They were like, what is this guy doing? Miles was like, I like that. That's cool. You know, because everything gets genre specific, right? Like, you're supposed to sound like this, or you're supposed to sound like that. That's what I mean. Thank God for those drummers back in the day who were doing their own thing. Then they sound a certain way. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to think about. And there's drummers doing it to this day now, right? That, yes, they're playing in a certain genre, but if you take them out of that genre and put them in another, they're still going to sound like them, which is neat. I think Lars, well, the reason people, like, he's very, he's openly, like, he just talks, you know, and people that just talk, either you love them or hate them, right? Man, this is fun. I like this. Oh, I should check. We're good on time. All right. We got like an hour, so I got to get to work. I want to get some good time in. Yeah, here we go. East close the hi-hat once. That's good. Oh, that's really good. I've heard them said you could tell who's had training. It's hard to undo. That's pretty funny. That's a good one. That's cool. This is going to be hard to contextualize. What makes this really hard is so you have 1, 2, 3, D, da, 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 right? But you're going to play merge 2 kick drums. Wait. So you're playing 1, these 2, and then these 2. So 1, 2, right? So you're 1, together, together, 1. That's so cool. It's hard, right, dude? It's so weird. It's very weird. Gotta sing oneself hard. It's like you can do it, but you can't. Yeah, you really gotta think about it, right? Da da da. Just try that. Woo! Oh, try it with singles. Oh, what? That's a good one. 7-stroke rough and open roll played as 16th notes at medium tempo. Oh god, this is when it gets hard. So good. I'm excited to get into playing music, but I don't want to rush it just yet. I'm listening a bunch, listening a lot, but practicing right now is important. All right, 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. All right, 16th notes, not as triplets. Aw, Ninja, thank you. With the big mic on. It's not bad. That's a shotgun mic. If I turn it down, I wonder what it would sound like. Sounds good. I don't want to blow anyone's ears out, though. If your camera's any different, but it all looks so amazing. Oh, thank you. What graphics card did you get? Anything crazy good? I changed some Luddage stuff last night even more, so it should be a little darker, probably a little crispier. But other than that, same capture cards, same cameras. But I appreciate that. Deb, I appreciate that. All right, let's try this. It's gonna be weird. It's weird. All this is weird. A Turdy 60. Nice. Very nice. Nice. Okay. Do I use autofocus? No, I don't. I'm using cinema or prime lenses, so there's no autofocus. It looks like the difference between. I mean, you can get a very, very, very nice lens, powered lens that'll work with a camera, but I mean, you're gonna spend a lot of money. But the cinema lenses that I'm using are specific focal lengths. So this is a 35 mil cinema lens, and then this is a 35. My tummy's growling. That's a 24, and then the overhead is a 12, and then auto panning. Yep. They're all on sliders. They're all on little robots. So like this one, you'll notice it's like it's going that way. But it makes it a lot crispier. I have a Seneca, whatever, really good powered lens for these, but just the way that the sharpness and the color of those lenses isn't as clear as cinema lenses, in my opinion. So I can't use autofocus right now because they're prime lenses. Like if you're filming a movie, you got the windy thing or whatever. So it's got the gears on it for that. So they're specifically made for like camera jigs and stuff. And this one goes up and down. They're all on sliders, all of them. So many cameras. Yeah, and the foot one. I don't know. Is the foot one even on? The feet. Nope, it's not. There we go. Because I'm all about the feets. But yeah, that's how I do the look here. I just found that the powered lenses aren't as crispy. Like it's drastic in the color. I don't know. It's just the type of glass. It's just the colors don't look as good as this. No foot cam today, right? Yeah, no, it's on there. Yeah, it's on, but I'm not playing anything crazy with the feet, so I'm like, it's distracting. But yeah, they're called prime lenses or cinema lenses, but each lens has a certain focal length. So that can be annoying. You have to get multiple lenses. I've got two 35s, two 12s, a 24, a 50, and an 85. The Rokinon lenses, or Rokinon, whatever they're called. They're pretty good. I got them from B&H Photo Video. They're crispy. All right. Yeah, just make sure, Lord, that they're prime lenses that are going to fit your camera. So if you got a micro thirds or 4/3 or whatever, or full frame 4/3, or make sure it's like the Sony mount. So make sure you get the right mount for the lens. That's important, because you can find good deals, but sometimes you're like, they don't fit your camera. So. So good morning. I don't know, how's that song go? Good morning, tomorrow. It's tomorrow, but I'll say good morning. What? Good morning. What'd you have for breakfast? Jane, hello! Jane, I'm working out of the hard book. I'm on page 113 and it hurts. It's hard. Practice is good today. Good it is, yes. I don't think Yoda ever said, yes. Page 5? What were you working on? Sounds like stick control. Page 5 is stick control. I don't know. What's 5? Yeah. Yes. Oh, I love page 5. That's such a good page. The 3-4 stuff is hard. Yeah, we'll be coming back to that. That stuff's hard. I'll tell you what, Jane, if you can do the 3-stroke rough, you can go through all the way up to the 9s. Don't wait to move on until it's perfect, even if it's like a little rough, because going to like the 5s and the 7s helps with the 3s, if that makes any kind of sense, you know? Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna stay on this until I really get them. Right? Like, I'm not going to move on until I really understand this. But it's kind of like, if you can play it, if you're having a hard time, like, reading it or understanding it, then, like, make sure you get that. But if it's not perfectly tight, if you think it's a little sloppy, don't let that stop you from moving ahead, because within a 5-stroke rough or a 5-stroke roll is a 3-stroke, right? Vice versa. Within a 7-stroke roll, there's elements of the 5s and the 3s. So it's kind of like you're gaining experience as you move on, right? It's like when you start doing like addition and subtraction. You're like, okay, cool. But then you start doing like multiplication and carrying the numbers, and then you're still doing addition and subtraction, right? And same with long division. So it's like all these little elements are building up when it comes to rolls and the roughs. So it's like you're still going to be practicing those 3 strokes, even without like thinking about it. You're still going da da da, right? But maybe when you're doing 5s, you're going da 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 da. But it's still there, and you're still playing the foundation of that 3 is in that 5 and in that 7 and so on. So, yeah, it's kind of cool, especially the first few bars before I get into it. Yeah, let me try it. I'm curious. Maybe if you hear it, that always helps me if I hear stuff. It's hard. This stuff is really hard. The top. I'll run down the page just for me, just to see how I could do. We'll see. All right.
So good. The 3/4 stuff is hard. Don't worry about the hi-hat when you're doing these. That's not in the book, but it's kind of fun. You can mess around, right, with the toms. You got this. You got it. It's such a weird. It's so weird. These are all weird, you know. So you have to think like, none of this is like a normal like drummer's vocabulary. Like when I first started doing them, I was like, you know, please don't fall, please stay. I was like, you know, so it takes a long time. It takes a long time. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I learned a valuable lesson yesterday practicing. The metronome doesn't lie. So where's the metronome now, Muscle? Did you delete that app? You're like, this app is broken. Delete. Throw it in the trash. Swipe it into the bin. Just drag it over. Well, this app clearly was rushed. They didn't spend much time on that development, right? Clearly. Did it? Okay, Muscle. So Muscle's learning drums. And Muscle's doing a good job. Did you get? I have many questions. I forgot. I saw your name and I meant to ask you. Then I don't know what happened. I don't know, ADD or whatever it is. Did you get the Blur song too? I gave Muscle Blur song 2 that beat. Got boom boom got boom. I'm curious if you could do that. But then so with the metronome, at first it's hard the first time playing to a metronome. I'm sure every drummer here remembers it, right? My first time with the metronome was in the studio, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna put the metronome on," and I was like, "What? What do you mean I gotta put the metronome on?" Like I didn't know what to do. I was just like a deer in headlights, and it was awful. It was terrible. Luckily, it wasn't a huge thing. I was just like my local band, but it scared the crap out of me. Because I always thought metronomes like were for like piano players. I'm like, what, that thing that's on the piano that's like, what? Why do I need that for? I'm perfectly in time. I took it as an insult. I'm like, that's my job. What are you talking about? I need a metronome. It's like, yeah. And I always thought of it like this. Think of a metronome as like markings on a basketball hoop or like a sport ball field. You know, you're like, imagine being a basketball player, be like, look, I know where the 3-point line is every time. And I just, every time I know exactly where it is. You don't need to paint the lines on the floor. I know where out of bounds is. It's like, okay. You're like 5 feet away. You're like 3-point. Oh, half court. Yeah. You're like right there. So yeah, it's good to have that kind of like those boundaries just to make sure you're in check. You were recording a demo for the first time using metronome outside of school. Yeah. How did it go? It's hard. It really is. Because when you're not used to it, it pulls you and you're playing against it. You're not playing with it. You're like fighting the thing because it's like in your ear and you're like, you know, stop yelling at me, bro. First half of song 2, solid. Second half, that starts with the double kick. Dun dun ga dun ga da dun dun ga boom 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 da dun. Oh, that part. It's hard, man. Here, I'll play it for you, just so you can hear it. You know what song that is too, Muscle? I know we're cool, but what was that? You got Cool by I want to say Gwen Stacy. That's not their name. That's Spider-Man, dude. Oh. Okay. Bowie and what's his name? I know we're cool. I crushed it. Oh my gosh, Bowie and not Freddie Prinze Jr. Oh, Freddie Mercury. What's that song? Under Pressure. It's not exactly, but maybe parts of it. It fits. I know we're cool to follow under pressure. It's funny. Those songs are, I want to say, coincidentally similar, but it's all copy paste. All right, this worked. Sold a bunch of records. Copy paste. Change some notes. Let's sell it. There's a reason all these songs mash together in mashups. It was like, whoa, boy, look at that! That's so cool. It's such a coincidence. These songs they line up almost perfectly. It's like, wow, that is weird, huh? Just saying. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, you got it, dude. Either my hands, foot, or both rush that double kick portion. More stuff to work on today. Muscle, practice it without the toms. Try that. Like, just take the tom 1 and the tom 2 out. So do like boom bat, doon doon gat, doon doon gat, doon doon gat, doon doon gat, doon doon gat. Right? Those toms technically don't need to be in there, but they make the beat what it is. Practice it without the toms and then put the toms in there once you get it. Bass it, what's up? How's the jazz? It is good. How are you? How's your jazz today? Is everyone having good jazz? My jazz is 7-stroke roll today, jazz. It's good. We're getting there. Yeah, Spider-Man. Gwen Stacy's Spider-Man. She was the lead singer of No Doubt. Right, Scorpion? Someone's like, what? I don't think so. I don't know. Gwen Stefani. I remember when I moved to LA, I was I guess PA or whatever. I just helped on movie sets and stuff. And music videos. I did a lot of music videos. I did a Gwen Stefani music video. I don't even know what song it was for, to be honest. I'd have to go back and look. But her trailer after the shoot, it was like, all right, let's pack up the trailers and stuff. I went in there, speaking of cologne, we were talking about cologne earlier. Whatever perfume she had I've never smelled anything like that. It was amazing. I was like, holy crap, it smells so good in here. It's nuts. So I don't know if it was perfume or a candle, but I'll never forget that. I was like, holy crap. It smells so good in here. So I don't know. Maybe it was just the trailer, but that's what I remember. And she was very nice. They had very good food. They treated everyone to, there was on-set catering, but then we were there crazy and in the middle of the night still working. So an In-N-Out truck came and we all had In-N-Out. It was pretty cool. I was 19 and I was like, you could just bring an In-N-Out truck whenever you want. And she was like, yeah, everyone have some In-N-Out. I was like, what? So she was very cool. Very nice. It wasn't that song, though. It was off of her first record. It wasn't that. It might have been cool. It was that record, 2003, 4-ish, somewhere around there. Oh, Rob was up on the furniture. It smelled amazing in there. I don't know what it was, but it smelled great. Oh, what you waiting for? Yeah, I think it was that. What you waiting for? I just remember the record hadn't been out yet. So it was like, whoa, she's not in No Doubt. I didn't know. The internet wasn't really I don't know. It wasn't a source for my news, so I just remember being like, "Oh, Gwen Stefani, this is for No Doubt," you know. And then they're like, "No, it's her own thing." I'm like, "What?" It's like that's weird. Where's the rest? Where's Adrian? Oh, that's right. It was filmed in Hollywood. Oh, dude, you're good, man. Jay Pinnell, hi. We don't do song requests. Woo! All right, let's get to it. How much? I got a basketball game. I gotta go. Oh, we're good. We're so good. We're gonna get through this page. Let's see what happens. Okay, 2 right hands in a row. That's hard. straight 16ths in the Jazz feels just kind of weird. It is what it is. I don't know. I gotta feel it better. That's fun. Oh, there's G-Shark. I don't know. You gotta remember, have a little fun when you're working, right? Can't all be boring stuff, right? Sims, hello, Leo. Let's go. I gotta check time. My son is playing a basketball game this afternoon. Yeah, this week, I don't know what's gonna be going on this week. Should be a calm week. Mark, hello. How are you? It's good to see you. Flamingo, hello. I like your name. I like that. It's clever. I can't think of cool names. You guys come up with cool ideas. Oh, classy folks. But we'll continue tomorrow. We're on page 114. We're going to be going into 7-stroke and open stroke roll played as 16th note triplets for medium tempos. Ooh. Getting a little wild. Jamming straight beats. Yeah, right? It's fun, man. There's a lot to accomplish. A lot I got to get good at. But we're getting there. A little bit every day, right? I'm playing completely different than I used to. And I told my wife yesterday, I'm like, I'm playing some things I never thought I could. Not saying I'm amazing, but it's interesting to play things you've never played before, especially after playing for so long. You know, I'm like, I'm doing some cool ideas that I would have never played a year ago. You know, so some of this stuff is seeping through the cracks, which is good. But everyone be good. Have an amazing day. Like I said, I'm going to go shower, probably have a snack, and then go sports ball, right? Football's on today, too. My son wants to watch. He's all about them Chiefs, right?
You hear that snap? You hear that clap?
Oh, Mark with 100. Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you guys for hanging. Honestly, it's an honor and a privilege. Oh, good coffee. But thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I will stream tomorrow. I just don't know when. During the day or night. One of those. But I'll be on. Austin, take care. Get a hot dog. Dude, I'm going to get a pretzel. They have cheese pretzels. Ooh, you dip it. Oh, it's so good. But I love you guys. I'm just going to end it.